Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and we are here today to do the Collage Weekly Assignment Prompt Challenge by Margarete Miller. I think she wants it to be hashtag CWP and then the number of the week. So like for this week it would be hashtag CWP, or no, it's I'm struggling with it this year because it's just different than last year. So it's hashtag 2022 CWP, and then this week's is 2. Last week's was 1 because it's the number of the, the week. And I'm turning this at a weird angle because my lights are, if you get up too high, there's no light on what I'm showing you. So anyways, that's what it is. So, it's a 52-week prompt challenge. There are 6 prompts every week. One of them is a bonus. You can choose to replace one of the regular prompts with one of the bonus prompts, or you can choose to do 6 prompts for your collage. So that's what we're going to do. And I just dropped my pen in there. It went behind my desk. All right. So this was last week's. I'm getting my papers bent here. That's last week's prompts, or what do you call it? Collage. So we're going to move on to this week's, and I'm just going to, I took my page out already. I'm going to take that and set it there. And then that way I don't have to deal with the rings of the book and all that, which is wonderful. Okay, so this week we have something that lives in the forest, and I have one of my little mushrooms I made, but I'm going to make another mushroom. This is just a small mushroom that's going to go on there. A scrap from a paper pad. I just have this that came off of one of those little adhesive paper pads. A playing card either side. I've chosen one of Alice in Wonderland's little card. Actually, they were the Queen of Hearts cards that painted the roses red. And then something postal. I have this envelope with a stamp and a cancellation, and it's from 1958. And then cursive writing. I have this old ledger paper that has just the most beautiful cursive writing. I do not write like that. And then bonus is something stapled. So I have this little cluster that I made that's actually stitched, but we are going to put some staples in it, so that it will be our something stapled. So it's something stapled and stitched. I'm actually going to put another one up here so maybe you can actually see the staple, because it's hard to see them up down there. But y'all know there's something stapled. All right, so what we're going to do is create our mushroom out of this collage paper that I made previously. And this is going to be along the lines of the ones that we've been doing, that I saw Louisa Heinzel do, and I love them. So I'm going to freehand it. I'm not going to use a circle cutter. So I'm just going to, go for it. Cool thing about mushrooms is they're all a little different, and they're kind of like, you can cut out sort of a blobbish sort of thing, then you got it. You got all you needed. So yeah. I'm going to do that, and that one's not great over here, so let's kind of get it round like so. So just a blobby little mushroom. And then I can't decide. I think I want to use this piece of little collage, because what I want to do is have this kind of as a toadstool. And then this little guy is going to stand on it, and he's painting the mushroom red instead of roses, right? But I'm not sure if this is long enough, so that's why I have to figure that out. I think I'm going to go up this way with my little, and this is another cool thing about mushrooms, is this does not have to be perfect either. So it's like a total win-win with mushrooms as far as free-handed cutting, whereas a lot of other things, obviously you couldn't just go cut it yourself because it would be all crazy and wonky. I lost my little words up there, but that's fine. I'm sure we can find some other little bit of something to put along there. Let's see. And again, I'm trying to use all, what do you call it? Copyright free stuff so that I can hopefully make these collages available at some point. And it probably won't be for a while, you know, because I want to get some done first before, you know, I want a set of them basically to make like cards or whatever I decide to do. I don't know yet, but I just wanted the images to be copyright free basically. And I just made that collage the other day, and it's I know it's very busy and tiny and pushed tight together, but I wanted a lot of texture and stuff on the mushroom, so that's why. I'm going to put this piece down here, and then I'll just trim it to fit. And that's just a coffee dyed piece of this kind of edging that's on different notebooks. So even when you tear out your pages from your art books, sketchbooks, notebooks, whatever, keep your little edges, because you can do some fun things with those too. So I hope you're all having a good day. I forgot to say that. Apologize. I am awful. I just get blabbing about whatever I'm doing here. So I hope you're all fabulous and healthy and doing good and making pretty stuff. Having fun is the most important part. Because it is loads of fun, right? To make stuff. Oopsie. Sent that one swirling. Okay, and I do want to put some spatters on here, but I might just wait till I'm done with the whole thing and do it all. Sorry, I don't want all those little flecks on there. Okay, so let's kind of get our background down, and then we'll work more on our mushroom and that. And I just made this one, you know, I made a whole bunch of them just playing around, and they're just like collaged paper and everything. Again, this one I punched holes in. If you watched my video yesterday with that little pocket, it's very similar to that, the way it was done. I'm just having too much fun with the mushrooms. They're just super fun. I'm gonna just kind of tear this. I kind of want the holes to show though. That's fun. So I'll have that, and then I do want the holes, but I am going to tear this just a little bit. And you know what I think I'll do? I'm going to put some hole reinforcers on there, even though these holes appear to be a lot bigger than the hole reinforcers I have. I just think it would be fun. So yeah, guys, all doing good in the new year and feeling like you're back in the swing of things. I don't know. I sort of do sometimes, and then other times I feel like I'm just really behind. But I've felt that way for months now, so I think it's just kind of my natural state of being when I have a lot of things to do. And then, like this morning, I've cleaned everything up before Christmas. My whole craft room, I just cleaned it all up. And then I was looking for my eyelet setter that was gifted to me, and I cannot find it anywhere. I mean, obviously it's in this room. It's not like it is gone. It just, oh, that's why I don't like putting things away, you know what I mean? Because a lot of those things that I use all the time are always near, like right here somewhere, roughly. And then if I have to put everything completely away and then, you know, have a few weeks of not using it, then forget it. I don't know where in the world I put it. It's so ridiculous. I mean, this room is not that big, but I obviously stuck it in some bin or something to not, you know, have it sitting around, and now I can't find it. Okay, so there's that. I don't know if I want this way, or I want to see the cursive, obviously. And then we have our postal piece, which we want to see something postal in the end. And then, see, I don't want to cover up all of the, is there more? Oh, there is, but it's like the same direction. I mean, I can take the numbers off and use them somewhere else if I want. That's some real old ledger. See how easy? I mean, you barely do that and it cuts. How does that say? Looks like cheese right there. Probably is. Like a grocery type ledger or something. That's awesome. Sometimes I cannot read. And, you know, I grew up writing in cursive, but a lot of times I can't read older cursive. It's like it's so fabulous that, yeah, it says eggs right there. Okay, so I'm going to scoot that way so that hopefully we can see more of the writing, because our tall mushroom is going to kind of block some stuff because it's kind of a fatty. And then I'll have this like so. And then I have this piece, which I wanted to be sort of my grounding piece, but then I'm going to lose my, that, you know what I'm saying. So this piece, I kind of wanted it to cover that just a little, not a lot. And then we need to put down our littler mushroom where our little card is going to stand. But this needs to be lower. Oopsie. I'm just going to have to be okay with losing some things, I think. This could come over here. He's going to stand up there. He's going to be too close. Okay. I didn't make this quite long enough. Okay, so I know I'm okay with if some of that gets lost. So we're going to just... And then my envelope. I think it'll be easier to see more of this down here. And we'll put this up here so that I can hopefully see. I want to see my stamp, right? Or my, the postmark or something of it, right? Otherwise, you're just going to be looking at a cream piece of paper. I think this all needs to get scooted up a little bit. Placement is always a little bit tricky, right? Okay, that would work. Yes. Then I've got all the things. You can see all the things. Okay. So that's how we'll do it. So let's get down our backgrounds first. Get this little guy out of the way. I'm gonna kind of just sneak that out because I don't want to change a whole lot about where stuff is at. And I know it would have been nice to pick a piece of paper from a pad of like scrapbook paper with some color and stuff, but like I said, trying to keep the public domain thing happening, and so I can't use scrapbook paper or, you know, any other printed type paper. I mean, like a piece of Tim Holtz would be fabulous, but can't do that. Okay, I'm trying to sort of keep my edges clean this time. Last time I did not do a very good job of that, so I'm trying to keep it a little cleaner here. And I like not covering the whole page. Like, I do that on purpose. I don't want to cover up the whole page. That's just my style. That doesn't mean that's the right way or the wrong way or anything. That's just how I like to do a collage. But yeah, so that's why I don't cover up everything, because I don't really want to. I like to have the white edge a little bit. I need to ink that just a bit. I want those edges to show. It's a great old envelope, and it's nice and flat, which is even greater for this. I mean, it's great on both sides. Whoops. I may actually real quick add a staple or two, just because it is hard to see the staples on the other part. And I know I'm going to get glue on this and be like, why'd I do that? But yeah, it's like, what are you doing with the glue? I want it up a little higher. Put a little bit of glue in here just to hold this down. It's wanting to creep up there. Wipe off my stapler, because later I'll be thinking, what was I doing, and got glue all over that. Alrighty, so I need to figure this out again. Sorry, I had it all, but you know how that goes. And then the other one has to go like all the way over here for it to work. I kind of want them to look like almost like they're growing out of this, if that makes sense, you know, like that's where they're living. Tip that a little bit. Okay, so that's how they need to go. Put this little guy down first. And the reason I'm using the art glitter glue for this instead of my normal glue stick thing is because this is bumpy paper and stuff, and I just don't want it to pop off at some point. That wouldn't be very fun. Okay, and then let's get this glued down. Now that I know that has to go, they kind of have to be at either end of our little collage here. And this wasn't a necessary piece, you know, I didn't need to do this, but like I said, for some reason I like those mushrooms to be grounded in something. I think it's just me. They need some ground. Everybody's got their thing, right? I say mushrooms need ground. And there's just lots of threads and stuff hanging out, and I like that. It's fabric and papers, as I'm sure you can see. Yeah, I don't know why he's painting these mushrooms red, but hey, that's what he's doing. I'm not sure that he lives in the forest either, but nobody said it had to make sense, so there you have it. At least it's sort of tells a story. Not that it has to do that either, but that's just what I like to do with it. He wants red mushrooms, all of them, instead of any other color mushrooms, right? yeah, I decided it was just as easy to cut out a mushroom as it is to punch the circles. Although that was just a fabulous jumping off point and great idea. So kudos to Louisa. That was awesome. Definitely got me on a roll. Good or bad. Go ahead and do him with this too. He's just on parchment paper. Very fun collage challenge, I have to say. I enjoy it immensely. So if you're not doing it and you're on the fence at all, I would highly recommend it because it's just super fun to do. Oh, that's cursive too, huh? Okay. I love it. Super fun. Just have a thing for those mushrooms, I'm telling you. Now what we're gonna do is get some paint. And hopefully this will work. And this is just Arteza watercolor in Scarlet Red. I like it because it's super pigmented. It can almost act like, you know, acrylic or something. It's great. I really like it in the tubes. I mean, I know that's not what it is, but it's just very pigmented this way. Let's see. I know his brush doesn't look quite this red, but oh, hold on just okay. I am back. That was my daughter. So as you know, I always stop. She's starting her new semester, and so she had questions and all kinds of stuff. So anyhow, she's all good. All I did was add some of that red paint, that red watercolor, like it's on its brush, a little in the pot. I put a little down here and, you know, kind of rubbed it just to spread out that red a little bit so it's in more places. And then what we're going to do is some spattering and some stamping and all that I always do at the last part here. So I need my stamp pad. Oh, I need a number. I'm going to use one of my new little numbers. I do like these. They're far less fragile, as Gail would say. Which makes me happy because it's a pain when you just have them all in something and then they're getting squashed or whatever. So these ones are better, I think. Like I said, let me know what you guys think of them. And I'm going to use my little spray bottle. Where's my other one? This one already has ink on the bottom, so I'm going to just use it. But I just want to put a few circles around like I do. So now my daughter needs a digital camera because she took another film photography class purposefully because we have the film camera that she was going to use. Oh, that didn't work very good. And I'm going to try again. And I'm going to move it. It still didn't do much. Okay. So that she had to had so much trouble getting last year because it had to be film last year. Well, they changed the class last minute to a Zoom class. So she has to have a digital camera now. Just like, I am so done with all of this because it's not cheap. You know, it's not like something you just run to the store and grab for, you know, $10 or $20 or whatever. So it's a big deal, and they just act like, oh yeah, just we switched it, so go get a digital camera, you know. It's like, people, that's not really how it works. I mean, she purposefully did that so that, you know, she would have it. Anyway, irritated. Now I got my hair on stuff. But so yeah, so she was wondering about that, and then just some other things going on, you know, starting new classes and what have you. So it's a sticky one. That's how we're going to extend that out a little bit, right? Okay. So I think that's good with that. And then we're going to do some spatters. And I'm going to do white. I need a brush here. I'm liking the spatter thing, especially on the mushrooms. Oh, but I know what I do want to do. I want to like cover his face because I don't like it when you get spatters on faces for some reason. Don't like that. And then what was the other thing I wanted to cover? I think that was it. So anyway, I have no idea what I was talking about, so I apologize because it's been a little bit since I started talking to her. I don't know what it is with these mushrooms, but I just feel like they have to be spattered. Is that just me? Or have spatters around or whatever. It just is like a requirement. Do a little on this card. Just a little. Okay, and then we're going to do some gold on the mushroom. So I'm going to leave that thing on his face for the moment. And I've got my gold ink from Winsor & Newton, and I get that on Amazon. So if you are looking for gold ink, it's a really nice one. I think I like it a lot. I mean, I'm not any kind of guru on these things, but I do like it. It works, right? So that makes it good. It doesn't take a lot to make me happy. It just needs to work. Oops, I got a big old outside. I have to kind of do it everywhere now. Okay, and I don't want to waste this because, like I said, I really like that gold. So put it on here. And then, believe it or not, I'm also going to do black. I know, it's all craziness. And I have the same Winsor & Newton. It's just not a metallic-y. It's just obviously black. It's the India ink. Or is it? Indian ink, sorry. Wipe off my brush. I got into the gesso with that, so I don't really want gesso. This one does tiny spatters, this brush. I like it, especially for the black, because I just want that little bit. So you just got to kind of play with your brushes and figure out like what does what, right? And I will forever have spatters on everything on my desk, so that's sort of the way that goes too. Okay, it's good. It's done. So we have, what do we have? I don't know. Something that lives in the forest. I have my mushrooms. A scrap from a paper pad. Oh, let's get the thing off his face, right? A scrap from a paper pad is the one with the lines and that I put the hole protectors on. A playing card is our little guy from Alice in Wonderland, or portion of. Something postal. I chose the envelope. Cursive writing is here and there. And then the bonus is something stapled. I stapled here, I stapled up there. And I just realized, I did not glue this down. Okay. It looked so good sitting up there that I just forgot about it. And I kind of, don't know, I had it a little crooked, so I think I'll do it a little crooked again. Hopefully that will work. Okay, I keep pulling hip paws off and then I don't know where I set them. I don't want to mess up the ink, but I don't want all the glue glopped out either. All right, there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I know I did. I love doing these. I could just do this forevermore. I just have so much fun finding stuff or coming up with how I want to do it. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and I will chat at you guys again tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.